it comes to transferring the operation to the next generation, a little bit of estate planning now can help produce a much better end result. Roger McEowen with the Washburn University School of Law joins us now with guidance. Thanks for joining us, Roger. Estate planning is something that nobody really puts on the forefront of their minds until they have to, but that's oftentimes not the right time to do it. Some may have the approach of just letting the children figure it out. What are some of the issues that can arise from that particular scenario?
Well, good to be with you, Christina. That's probably not a good idea, especially if a family farming operation is involved, because you may have some of the children that are designed to be the owners for the next generation and other children that don't have an interest in operating or controlling the operation into the future, but do want some value out of that inheritance. So that tells us there needs to be two types of inheritances there, one that has control and one that has cash. But if you let the children figure it out and just leave the land at the death of the last spouse to all the kids in co-equal ownership, you're going to end up in a bad situation, or they will. It's going to end up probably in a partition and sale, and those children that want cash are going to cash out, and that can cause a breakup of the operation, and that's not good.
Oh, no, that could be really hard on families, family dynamics in particular. And family is what life's about. Family, faith, country, the things that we really value here at RFD-TV on this network, the ag community values as well. So we don't want to put that on our children. What is your advice to farmers when it comes to estate planning? How do they get started? And what are some of the main elements that they need to keep in mind when doing so?
Well, getting started is actually the hard part. If you can get over that hump, you've got probably the bulk of it behind you. But someday never comes. So you just have to sit down and decide that you're going to do some planning, and this is your legacy that you're planning for. And so put some thought and some time into it. I like to tell people, just think of it as buying tires for a tractor or a combine. Most plans are in the $5,000 to $10,000 range. Some will be higher, some will be lower than that. It depends on your operation. But what's your legacy worth? Is it worth the price of tires? And I think if you break it down and look at it that way, that'll point out to you that, yeah, you probably should get started. But, sit down and list out what your goals and objectives are on a broad basis. Don't think specifics at this point. And then also inventory your assets and your income and your debt levels. What do you own? What's owed on it? And that's a good place to start. That'll get you started in the process, and then find some professionals that can help you put things together.
Like you, and as I understand it, there's a shortage of rural attorneys right now. And so where would someone look if they were trying to find a rural attorney in their area to find out about estate planning for their specific county or state? Where should they go?
Yeah, that's a real problem. That, in fact, is one of the emphasis and primary emphasis that we have here at the law school with our rural law program, is trying to restaff those areas of particularly the Central Plains in the West that are incredibly understaffed with attorneys that are trained in agricultural legal issues, and estate planning is a big one of those. Where people can turn would be to resources like we have here at the law school, and we can partner people up with the professionals that are out there that we know of. I have a number of former students that are in practice now that I turn people to, and this is one thing I emphasize when I teach across the country. And I have a lot of practitioners that come up to me at each event, and there's probably not a week that goes by when I don't get requests for help. And some of them are pleading for help. Please send me somebody, and I'll help train them in my small town, in my community, because they're just overwhelmed with all the work that is out there.
Well, if they want to find out more, a great way to do so, you can just Google McEowen, Washburn Law. You'll get everything you need to know. He does a great blog as well. Thank you, Roger. Roger McEowen with the Washburn University School of Law. Appreciate you.